Hello everyone, today we'll be going through Cambridge O-Level Additional Mathematics Paper 1 403712 May-June 2021. Let us move to question number 1. Question number 1 says, write this fraction in the form this provided where A, B, C are constants. We can rewrite this equation, this fraction. So we will write separate parts: p raised to the power minus 2, q raised to the power minus 2, r raised to the power minus 2, and r raised to the power 1 by 3. And denominator also we can write separate parts: p raised to the power minus 2, r raised to the power minus 1, and q raised to the power 3. Further, we can write everything in numerator. So p raised to the power minus 2 and plus 2, we have shifted this denominator p raised to the power minus 2 as numerator, and q raised to the power minus 2 and minus 3, and then r raised to the power minus 2 plus 1 by 3 and minus 3. And now this will be not minus 3, this should be plus 1. Basically this is r value which we are shifting. Now p raised to minus 2 plus 2 will be p raised to power 0, and q raised to the power it will be minus 5, and r raised to the power we can check, this will be minus 2 plus 1 over 3, and this will be plus 1, and this is equal to minus 2 by 3, so minus 2 over 3. And a, b, c are the constants. If we want, we can write on the constants also. So a is equal to 0, b is equal to minus 5, and c is equal to minus 2 by 3. These are basically the values which are required. This was 3-mark question which we are done. Now question number 2 is curve sketching, basically graph sketching. So on the axis, sketch the graph y is equal to mod and 4 minus 3x, and stating the intercepts in the coordinates axis. 2-mark question. And how we will be doing this, we want to know the y-intercept. So y-intercept x value will be 0, so it will be 4. So at x is equal to 0, y will be equal to 4. So the point will be 0, 4. And at y is equal to 0, x will be equal to what? X, we can write 3x is equal to 4, so x will be equal to 4 by 3, and our point will be 4 by 3 and 4 by 3 and 0. Now these are basically the 2 points which we got, and now we can sketch the curve. For curve sketching, we can take this point as 0, 4, and we can draw this one. So the next line, portion of the line, I'm drawing in different color. This is the negative side, and for your explanation, and this point as we discussed is basically y-intercept, which is having 0 and 4 coordinates, and this point over here is basically 4 by 3 and 0 or 1.3 recurring. Basically 4 by 4 over 3 will be equal to 1.3 recurring, so we can write like this. So this next will be what? Next is we have to check for the modulus portion, positive side. So negative side of the curve will be moving to the positive side, so the reflection of this one will be drawing, sketching like this one. So it will be V-shaped graph, and we will be removing this lower portion. So this will be the sketch of the graph which we have basically done. So coordinates of x-intercept and y-intercept you will have to provide. The same thing we can check on software also. For your practice at home, you can use different softwares are available on the net, so you can use any of them to confirm your results. So first equation, if we draw without mod, this will be the line which we have drawn, and it is y-intercept will be 0, 4, and x-intercept will be this one, 1.3 recurring and 0. And if we draw the mod graph, y is equal to 4 minus 3x mod, so it will be like this one, so red color graph, and negative side will be shifted to the positive side. Now I will activate the without mod graph. So this is basically the final graph which we have drawn, and this is the same 0, 4 and 1.3 recurring and 0, and I have copied the same thing on the paper also, and I'll show you. This is basically the piece which I have copied, and this is the final graph which is basically accurate graph. So this is sketching which is requiring these 2 points which I have drawn. Hopefully you understood this. This practice will be very nice for your exam preparation. Now we can move to the question number 2b part, and question 2b part says solve the inequality, and solving inequality is this one. Easier we can use, like we can take square on both sides to get rid of this mod, and this square will be greater than equal to 7, and we can write 4 minus 3x squared is greater than equal to, this will be 7 squared, so it will be 49. And further we can open this square, so it will be 4 square will be 16 plus 3x squared will be 9x squared, and minus 2ab will be 8 into 3 will be 24, so 24x is greater than equal to 49. So 9x, if we rearrange it will be 9x square minus 24x, and plus 16 minus 49 is greater than equal to 0, and this will be 9x squared minus 24x, and 16 minus 49, so 16 minus 49 will be equal to minus 33, and this will be greater than equal to 0. So this is basically the quadratic equation. For the quadratic equation we can find the solution. So mod 5, 3, coefficient of x square is 9, coefficient of x is minus 24, and constant value is minus 33, so we can write over here, and it will be 11 by 3 and minus 1. So x plus 1 and 3x minus 11, these will be the factors, and we can write equal to 0, and the sign we will check after sketching. Like this will be x is equal to minus 1 and x will be equal to 11 by 3. Now we can check for the quadratic graph. If we sketch this quadratic graph, so this will be easier sketch, so it will be like minus 1 we can take over here, and this will be 11 by 3 will be, so 11 over 3 will be equal to 3.6 recurring, and 3.6 recurring if we take over here like 1, 2 and 3, 3.6 recurring we can take over here, so this will be 3.6 recurring, and we can sketch the graph. Like for example, this will be opening upward because it is having like positive coefficient of x square, and we need basically y value which is greater than 0. Y value should be greater than 0. So for y value greater than 0, what we will do, we can take this portion which is y is greater than 0, and this portion. So this portion will be what? This portion will be basically, if I accurately shade, this portion will be like this one, which is less than equal to minus 1. So I raised accidentally x-axis, so if we continue, this will be the line, and this side also we can shade properly, and this shading will be only this section which is greater than equal to 3.66. So less than minus 1, less than minus 1 we can write, like for example over here x is less than equal to minus 1, and the second portion which is this side will be x is greater than equal to 11 by 3. This is basically the two solutions which we will be providing. Now we can basically check the same thing in the software also. If we go to this one, if we sketch the graph, this is the graph which is mod of 4 minus 3x is greater than equal to 7. So if you draw the mod, or if you take the quadratic equation, it will be resulting to the same graph. And if you take like 4 minus 3x whole square greater than equal to 49, this one. You can see this is same graph changing color. So this one is the same area which is covered by this. So if I deactivate this mod portion, this will be the lower portion which is square one, and if we activate the mod portion, this is the same area being shaded by this one. So these two equations are resulting to the same area which I have shown over here as well. And you can see this one over here, this is the same shading part. So this part will be x is basically less than equal to -1, and this part will be x is greater than equal to 11/3. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and this type of practice will be very nice for your exam preparation. Now question number 3. Question number 3 says the diagram shows quadrilateral OABC such that OA is equal to A, this is A, OB is equal to B, which is this one, and OC is equal to C, which is this one. The lines OB and AC intersect at the point P over here such that AP is equal to PC, which is 3:2. So 3:2 mean AP is this one, and this is 3, and this is PC, which is 2, and total parts are 5. So 3/5 and 2/5, this will be the portion. And AC, we can write AC is equal to what? First of all, A part we have to find OP in terms of A and C. So AC, we can write AC vector is equal to AO plus OC. AO, this will be AC will be equal to minus, we can write AO plus OC. Yes, AO plus AC, and AO is minus A. We can write this as minus A plus C. So we can rewrite this one. AP will be 3/5 of minus A plus C, and PC will be 2/5 of minus A plus C, or you can write C minus A. Now OP will be equal to what? OP, we can write OP, we change the color, so OP vector will be equal to OA, we can take this root OA and AP. OA and AP, we can take this root, so we can write OA plus AP vectors, and OA vector is A and AP vector is 3/5 of plus this will be 3/5 of C minus A or minus A plus C, it will be same thing. And now we can simplify this. If we simplify, this will be A plus, this will be minus, when we open the bracket it will be minus 3/5A, and plus this will be 3/5C, and 1 minus 3/5, 1 minus 3/5 will be equal to 2/5, so it will be 2/5A plus 3/5C. So this is basically OP which we were supposed to find. This is our answer for 3 marks. Now B part says given also that OP is equal to PB, which is OP ratio PB is 2:3. Show that this is equal to this. So OP, we know this one, OP is equal to 2/5 of B. So OP is equal to 2/5 of B, and OP we know from the previous part, OP is equal to this one, so we can equate these two. OP is equal to 2/5 of A plus 3/5 of C, which is from A part. Now we can equate these two. So this equation we have written from this one, so we can equate them. This is 2/5 2 by 5b is equal to 2 by 5a plus 3 by 5 of c. And now we can check from here, we can multiply whole equation, or what we can do, we can cancel these 5 and we will get 2b is equal to 2a plus 3c, and 2b is equal to 3c plus 2a. It's the same thing, and this was 2 mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 4. Question number 4 says a curve is such that second order derivative is this one. The curve has gradient 4 at the point this. Find the equation of the curve. This is 6 mark question. So gradient is this, so we have to reach the second order derivative is provided and we need the first order derivative, so we have to integrate this. So when we integrate, it will be dy by dx is equal to integral of this side will be what, 3x plus 2 raised to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 1 over this will be power will be this minus 1 by 2 plus 1 we can write plus basically uh, minus it's not 1 by 2, it's 1 by 3, so we can write minus 1 by 3 minus 1 over 3 and minus 1 by 3 and plus 1, and this will be equal to 2 by 3. So power will be 2 by 3 over 2 by 3 also, and derivative of 3x will be 3, so we can write 3 over here, and this will be plus c because we are taking integral. Now this 3 we can cancel with this one, so our equation will become 3x plus 2 and this will be power 2 by 3 and 1 by 2. We can write this separately outside, and plus c, this will be our dy over dx. Now we can write dy by dx at basically at this point at x value which is 2. So dy by dx at 2 will be equal to what, will be equal to 1 by 2 into 3 into 2 plus 2 raised to the power 2 by 3 plus c, and it is given that the gradient is equal to 4, so we will write this equal to 4. Our equation will be what, our equation will be we can simplify this whole thing which is 0.5 which is 1 by 2 and multiply by 3 into 2 will be 6, 6 plus 2 will be 6 plus 2 will be 8, so 8 raised to the power will be 2 over 3, 2 over 3, and this is equal to 2, so we can write 2 plus c is equal to 4, so c is equal to 4 minus 2 which is equal to 2, and this value of c we will replace over here, and our dy by dx will become dy over dx will be equal to 1 by 2 3x plus 2 whole raised to the power 2 by 3 plus 2, and this is basically this including c value. Then they are saying find the equation of the curve. To find the equation of the curve we have to integrate it once more because this is the derivative, so after integral this side will be y, and this one we can write 1 by 2 as it is, and then we can integrate this part. This will be 3x plus 2 raised to the power 2 by 3 plus 1, so 2 over 3 plus 1 will be equal to 5 by 3, so power will be 5 by 3 divided by the power which is 5 by 3 into derivative of 3x will be 3, and plus this will be integral of 2 will be 2x, and plus integral constant we can take d, and now we can cancel this 3 with this one, and our equation will be what, our equation will be 5 into 2 will be 1, so 1 by 10, so 1 by 10 into this will be 3x plus 2 raised to the power 5 by 3 plus 2x plus d. To find the value of d we can use again the same point which is y value will be 6.2 and x value will be 2, and we can write here basically 6.2 is equal to 1 by 10 into x value will be 2, so 2 into 3 will be 6, 6 plus 2 will be 8, so 8 raised to the power 5 by 3 plus 2x mean 2 into 2 will be 4 and plus d value. Now we can basically write d value, and before d value we can simplify 8 raised to the power 5 by 3, 5 over 3 will be equal to 32. So 6.2 is equal to 32 over 10 and plus 4 plus d. So this implies d is equal to 6.2 minus 32 by 10 minus 4, and this will be what? 6.2 minus this will be 32 over 10 and minus 4 is equal to minus 1. So d value is minus 1, which we can write over here. So d is equal to 6 point no, d is equal to 6 point minus 1, and that one we have basically done. Now final equation we can write y is equal to, in this equation we are replacing d value, so y is equal to 1 over 10 into 3x plus 2 whole raised to 5 by 3 plus 2x and minus 1. So this will be basically the final equation which is required, and this was a 6-mark question. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Question number 5, A part, given that this one is equal to this, find the value of P. This is a 2-mark question. So what we can do, we can write this in multiplication and division format. So log of a base a, this will be 5p, p into 5, so or 5p, and divided by 4, because this is minus, this is plus, so p and 5 will be multiplied and divided by 4, is equal to log with base a and 20. Now log with base a from both sides we can cancel or leave out like this one, and we will get 5p over 4 is equal to 20. This implies p is equal to 80 over 5, which is equal to 16, and this will be 2-mark answer. B part, solve the equation, this one, and for solving this equation what we can do, we can rewrite this as 3 into 3 raised to the power 2x plus 8 into 3 raised to the power x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now this will be, this is basically quadratic equation in terms of 3 raised to the power x. So what we can do, we can put here, put 3 raised to power x is equal to y. So our equation will become 3 y squared, because square will be, so 3 raised power 2x will be equal to y squared, and plus 8y minus 3 is equal to 0, and this will be quadratic equation new one, so which we can simplify and find the mode 5 3 solution of this equation. So it will be coefficient of y square is 3, coefficient of y is 8, and constant is minus 3, so we'll get 1 by 3 and minus 3, so y plus 3, and this will be 3y minus 1 equal to 0. This implies what, y is equal to minus 3 and y is equal to 1 over 3. Now if we replace again the same value, this implies 3 raised to power x is equal to minus 3 and 3 raised to power x is equal to 1 by 3. So negative value we will be eliminating, and because if we take log, this will be giving us minus log of minus 3, which is not possible, and we can solve this other equation. 3 raised per x is equal to, we can write 3 raised per minus 1, so bases are same, and powers can be compared, so x is equal to minus 1. This will be the final answer for this one, and this is basically 3-mark question. Now C part, solve the equation, and equation given is this one. We have to solve this. So 4 log y, 4 log with base y 2 plus log 2 y is equal to 4. So we know that log of 2 with base y is equal to 1 over log of 2y, like this. Now we can change, we can replace this value log of y and 2, so we can rewrite as y 1 over log of base 2 y plus this will be log with base 2 y is equal to 4. And now what we can do, we can basically replace log of base 2y is equal to x. If we put this one, and we will get what, 4 into 1 over x plus x is equal to 4, and we can simplify this equation. This will be what, if we multiply the whole equation by x, we will get 4 plus x squared is equal to 4x, and quadratic equation will be x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. We can solve the quadratic equation. Coefficient of x squared is 1, coefficient of x is minus 4, and constant is 4, and this will be equal to 2. So answer is x is equal to 2. Basically this will be the solution, and x is what, x is this one, so it will be log with base 2 of y is equal to 2, and this will be we can write it as y is equal to 2 raised to power 2, which is y is equal to 4. This will be the final answer, and this is basically 3-mark question which we have done. And now this is question number 6. Keep in mind, this question is saying in bold letters, do not use a calculator in this question. So we are not allowed to use the calculator, means we have to give the detail of the working. Every detail we have to provide. A curve has this equation, and find the x coordinate of the stationary point on the curve, giving your answer in the form a plus b square root of 5, where a and b are integers. So we can take basically stationary points, mean we have to take the derivative. So derivative, will be taking derivative, and we will put derivative equal to 0. So derivative of this given equation is what, power we can pull first, so then 3 plus 5, this one, and this will be x, 2 minus 1 will be 1, so power will be 1, minus this will be 8 under root 5. So this will be the derivative. And for the stationary points, we will put dy over dx is equal to 0, and this implies what, 2 into 3 plus under root 5 x minus 8 square root of 5 is equal to 0. Now we can find basically x value. Will be shifting first this to the other side, so x will be equal to 8 under root 5 over this will be 2 and 3 plus under root 5. And now we have to basically simplify this. This will be what, we can cancel this 2 and 8, so 2 4s are 8, and we can we can basically rationalize. To rationalize this one, we can multiply and divide by the opposite sign of this one, so we will minus under root 5 over 3 minus under root 5, and this will be, we will multiply numerator, so 4 under root 5, and inside will be 3 minus under root 5 over this will be a plus b. We can write here the formula, so a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. This formula we will be applying over here, and we will get 3 squared plus under root, basically this should be minus over here, and under root 5 squared, and this will be equal to what, we can multiply, this will be 12 under root 5, 12 under root 5, and minus this will be basically what we can do, instead of multiplying, we can keep 4 outside and we can multiply only under root 5. 3 under root 5 minus this will be under root 5 square will be 5 over this one will be 9 minus this will be 5. So 9 minus 5 will be 4. So we can write here basically 4. So 4 and 4 will be cancelled. This and this will be cancelled. And we will get answer basically over here. This will be what? This will be minus 5 plus 3 under root 5, and they are saying we have to provide in this format. So a is equal, a and b values are given. Basically we can write a is equal to minus 5 and b is equal to 3. So b is equal to 3. These are the values, and this is done. This was 4-mark question which we have done. Now we can move to the b part. B part says hence find the coordinates of the stationary point, giving your answer in the form c under root 5, where c is an integer. So y is equal to 3 plus under root 5. The same procedure we will be basically following in this one. So what we will do, x value we will replace this one. This is basically the x value which we got in the previous question, which is this one. So this x value we will be replacing in the main equation, which is this one, and we will get this equation which I am just currently writing, 3 plus under root 5, and this will be 3 under root 5 minus 5 squared minus 8 under root 5, and this will be 3 under root 5 minus 5 plus this will be 60. Now we have to solve this one. So if we write again like this one and open the square, so it will be 9 into 5 will be 45 a square, and plus b square will be 25, 5 square will be 25, minus 2ab will be 30 under root 5, and minus we can write this as 8 under root 5, and this will be what? Uh, if we simplify basically this one separately, 8 under root 5 inside 3 under root 5 minus 5, so this will be 24 into 5, this one, when we multiply this and this, and minus this will be 40 under root 5. So this will be what? 120. So this portion will be 120, which I have written over here, 120, and this minus this will be minus, basically be due to this minus which is outside. This minus will be changed to plus, so we'll write here plus 40 under root 5. Hopefully you understood this. Then plus this last tail portion, which is 60. So I'm deleting this portion, and this will be, now we can simplify this portion. 3 plus under root 5, 45 plus 25 will be 70, minus 30 under root 5, and minus 120, and plus 60 will be minus 60 plus 40 under root 5. And further we can basically multiply it, and this will be what? If we multiply 3 into 70 will be 210, and 3 into 30 under root 5 will be minus 90 under root 5, and 70 and under root 5 plus 70 under root 5, and minus 30 and under root 5 will be multiplied by under root 5, so it will be 30 and 5, which will be 150, and next will be minus 60 and plus 40 under root 5. Now we can simplify, and this will be what? 210 and 150. So answer will be basically so this will be 60 minus 60 also. So these two terms will be cancelled with 210, and our terms will be what? This one 90 under root 5, and this one 70 under root 5 and 40 under root 5. So net will be 20 under root 5 plus value, so the positive basically. So this will be our final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this. This was a 3 marks straightforward question part. Now we can move to question number 7. Question number 7 says a 6-character password is to be made from the following 8 characters. Digits are provided from like 1, 3, 5, 8 and 9, and these 3 symbols are also provided. And because they're saying no character may be used more than once in a password, so find the number of different passwords that can be chosen if there are no restrictions. So we will be checking like order will be mattering or not. In this case, order is important. Order, by changing order, numbers are changing, so this will be permutation. So what we can do, we can basically we can take the 6 places uh, because this is a 6 digit password. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 digits we can take, and we can write like, for example, first digit we can take 1, and there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will be 8 different options which we can take. For next we can take like 3, so 3 will be having 7 options. 5 will be having 6 options. Next we can take 8, so 8 will be having 5 options, and 9 will be having basically 4 options. Now we can choose from this one symbols. So if we take static, so this will be basically 3 options. So if we multiply these options, and this will be equal to a mode 5 1, so this will be mode 5 basically mode 1. Okay, so 8 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3, and this will be giving us 20160. 20160. So this will be basically answer for this one. So there are no restrictions, and this will be. Then second part, the password starts with a digit and finishes with a digit also. So first is digit and the last is also digit. So we can take the 6 basically places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 places. So first one digit can be first digit is, say, this one 1, so it will be um, having 5 options because there are 5 digits, so we can write here 5. And second will, we can take like third, second last number we can take like 3, and it will be having 6 options. For this one next, we can have basically 5. For 5 it will be uh, it will be for 5 it will be 6 options. So we can write here basically 3 will be at the end, and it will be having let us do it again. So first will be 1, which is having 5 options, and 3 will be having 4 options because there are 4 remaining numbers. So 5 will be having, 5 can be a number or a digit, so it will be having 3 options for digits and 3 options from symbols. So this will be having 6 options. 8 will be having, like for example, not this one, we have to take from here. So 8 will be what? 8 will be having again 5 options, 2 from the digits and 3 from the symbols, and 9 will be having 4 options, and static will be having basically 3 options. Now we can multiply these numbers, and after multiplication we will get what? It will be 5 into 6 into again 5 into 4 into 3 into 4, and this is equal to 7200. So 7200, this will be answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now third part, the password starts with a symbol. So now starting with a symbol, again we can take the 6 places, 1 2 3 4 5 6 places, and starts with a symbol. So we can take static first, and starts with three symbols. So static, dollar sign, and number sign. And for first one it will be 3, because 3 symbols, next will be 2 and 1. Now we can write the digits. So digits are total 5 digits. So if we take 1, it will be having 5 options, 3 will be having 4 places, and 5 will be having 3, and we can multiply these and we will check the answer. That will be 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 is equal to 360. So answer will be 360. This is a 2 mark question which we are done with. Now for B part says the number of combinations of 5 objects selected from n objects is 6 times the number of combinations of 4 objects selected from n minus 1 objects. Find the value of n. So n objects, basically number of 5 combinations of 5 objects selected from n. So we can write nc5, and nc5 will be what? This will be 6 into n minus 1 and c4, and we can write basically ncr also, because ncr formula is what? ncr is equal to ncr basically is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial over r factorial. So n minus 1 c4 we can write n minus 1 c4 will be what? This will be equal to n minus 1 factorial. By this formula we can write n minus 1 factorial over, this will be n minus 1 minus 4 factorial and 4 factorial. So this one will be equal to what? This one will be equal to n minus 1 factorial over n minus 1 will be what? Minus 4 will be what? It will be n minus 5. So n minus 5 factorial. So n minus 5 factorial over, so not over, 4 factorial. 4 factorial will be what? 4 factorial we can write as 24. So we can write here 24, and now we can rewrite it as basically nc. If we write nc5 will be equal to n factorial over 5 factorial will be 120, or we can check basically 5 and factorial will be equal to, yes, 120. So 120 into n minus 5 factorial. Now this is basically uh, equal to, this is equal to this one, which we have to equate these two. If we equate these two, we can write basically, we need a lesser space. So what I will do, I will reduce a little so that we can have more space to write, and this one also we can move and reduce also a little. Hopefully you're not comfortable with this. Now we can equate this. So n factorial over 120 into n minus 5 factorial is equal to n minus 1 factorial over 24 into n minus 5 factorial. So n minus 5 factorial, this one is on both sides, which we can cancel, and the remaining part we can write n factorial over, and 24 basically also we can cancel. 120 over divided by 24 will be equal to 5. So we can basically, we missed this 6 over here, so we can write 6 into this. So this will be what? This will be 6. So this will be 5 into 6 will be 30. So we can write here 30, which is equal to n minus 1 factorial. Now n minus 1 factorial we can shift. So we can write here n factorial over n minus 1 factorial is equal to 30, and n factorial we can write n factorial as n into n minus 1 factorial over n minus 1 factorial is equal to 30. So this portion we can cancel and n will be equal to 30. So we can write n is equal to 30. This will be final answer for this. Hopefully you understood. This is also 3 marks part. Now question number 8. Variables x and y are such that y is equal to this, where a and b are constants. When log y is plotted against log x, a straight line graph passing through the points these and this one is obtained. Find the value of a and b. So value of a and b is required. So we can basically, what we can do, we have this equation y is equal to a x raised to the power b, and we can basically take log on both sides. So log of y will be equal to log of a x raised to the power b. So we can rewrite it as log of a plus b log of x, and this will be log of y, and we can rewrite it as log of y is equal to b log of x plus log of a, and this we can compare as y is equal to mx plus c, and x value will be, b will be basically the gradient value. We know this is the gradient, and now we can find basically uh, from these 2 points we can find the gradient, and gradient we know m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we can write 4.37 minus y2 will be 0.57 divided by x2 will be 5.36 minus 0.61, and this one we can solve with the help of calculator. So fraction 4.37 minus 0.57 over 5.36 minus this will be 0.61 is equal to 4 by 5, or we can write 0.8. So in decimal 0.8. So m will be equal to 0.8, and m we have taken over here. So this is equal to basically b value. So b value is equal to 0.8. Now log of x, if we check the point 0.61 and 0.57, so this is basically when log y is plotted against log x. So this x value is basically log x value, and this will be log y value. And we can write basically log y, we can rewrite it as 0.57 is equal to y is equal to mx, which is a 0.8, x is 0.61, mx plus c, which is basically log a. So we have replaced in, you can say, in this one, and this will be what? This will be a value we can find. So basically log a will be equal to 0.57 minus 0.8 into 0.61, and this will be 0. 0.57 minus 0.8 into 0.61, and this will be equal to 0.082. So if we reduce the size to accommodate our answer, so we can make the space, so it will be 0.082. So a will be equal to, we can take 10 raised to power 0.082, and this will be 10 raised to the power answer will be equal to 1.207, which is equal to 1.207 or approximately 1.21. This will be the final answer for this question. Then they are saying use your values. So of a and b, find the value of y when x is equal to 3. So we have this equation, y is equal to a x raised to the power b. So in this equation we will be replacing the values, and x is equal to 3 and a value we will be replacing 10 raised to the power 0.082 and multiply by 3 raised to the power b, and b value basically we have calculated b value is what, 0.8. So this will be 0.8, and this one we can calculate 10 raised to the power 0.082, and this will be multiplied by 3 raised to the power 0.8 is equal to 2.908, or we can write it as 2.91. So 2.91 will be our answer for this one. This was 2-mark question. And C part, it's saying the value of x when y is equal to 3. So value of x when y is equal to 3, in the same equation y is equal to ax raised to the power b, we will replace y as this one, and a value will be 10 raised to power 0.082, and x raised to the power b, which is 0.8 basically. So 0.8 will be over here. So now we can rewrite it as 3 over 10 raised to the power 0.082 will be equal to x raised to the power 0.8. To get rid of this 0.8, we can take on both sides, we can take power 1 over 0.08, and this will be 1 over 0. Not 0.8 only. So 0.8, and this will be also 0.8. So this and this will be cancelled, and on this side we get x is equal to, we can check the value, this will be what, in bracket 3 over 10 raised to the power 0.082, and this will be, bracket will be closed, and power will be 1 over 0.8, and this is equal to 3.118. This will be our final answer, which is 2-mark question, which we are done. Now question number 9. Question number 9 says the first three terms of an arithmetic progression are these -4, 8 and 20. Find the smallest number of terms for which the sum of this arithmetic progression is greater than 2000. So a value, we know a value is this one, -4. So a is equal to -4 and d is equal to, if we check, 20 minus 8 will be 12, 8 minus 4 will be 12, so d value is 12. And we know the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and this should be greater than this one, 2000. So we will check for that. We will replace the values, basically n by 2, so n over 2 into n value we need to find. So 2 into an a value will be -4 plus n minus 1 into d is 12, and this should be greater than 2000. Now we can basically, we will multiply this. It will be n by 2 and minus 8, and plus this will be n by 2 into 12 and n minus 1 and greater than 2000. And now cancellations, 2 and this will be 4 and this will be 6, and what we will get, we will get -4n plus this will be 6n into n minus 1 is greater than 2000. And if we open the bracket, we'll get -4n plus this will be 6n squared minus 6n is greater than 2000. So this implies 6n squared minus 10n minus 2000 should be greater than 0. Now we can check for that quadratic equation. You can use quadratic formula also, like x n is equal to, like for example, n is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. You can use this formula. I'm using calculator. So mod 5 3, and coefficient of n square is 6, then coefficient of n is 10, and minus 2000 is not 10, basically it should be minus 10. So I'll re-put 6 and then minus 10 and then minus 2000, and this will be equal to this value 5 plus 5, 481 square root n over 6. So decimal value will be 19.1. So n is equal to 19.109. So we can take this one as 3 significant figures, and the second value will be this one, which will be minus 17.44. minus 17.44. We will reject this value, and this will be our answer, and which we can provide as, because this is next term, this is 19.1, so 19 and something, so we will take the next term, so it will be 20th term. So our final answer should be n is equal to 20. Hopefully you got this. Now b part is saying the 7th and 9th terms of the geometric progression are 27 and 243 respectively. Given that the geometric progression has a positive common ratio, find this common ratio. So we can basically do one thing. We can take like 7th term, 8th term and 9th term. 7th term is provided as 27 and 9th term is provided as 243, and 8th term we don't know, we can take it as x. And common ratio, so common ratio is second term divided by the first term, so it will be x over 27, and this will be equal to 243 over x. This will be our basically the equation which we formed. We can cross multiply, so x square will be equal to 27 into 243, which we can multiply. 27 multiplied by 243, and this is equal to 6561. 6561, and x will be equal to positive value will be taking of root of answer will be equal to 81. So 81 will be basically this value 81. Now we need to find r value. R value will be equal to 81 over 27, which is equal to 3. So r value will be 3. Hopefully you understood this. This was 2-mark question. Now second part, the 30th term, giving your answer as a power of 3. So 30th term is required. So for 30th term, we know the formula an is equal to a1 r raised to the power n minus 1. So a30 will be what? A30 will be equal to a1, which is basically 27. So we can write it as basically a value we need to find. We can use this a r raised per 6 is equal to what? A r raised per 6 is 27. So a will be equal to 27 over r value is 3, so 3 raised per 6, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 27 divided by 3 raised to the power 3 raised to power 6 is equal to 1 over 27. So 1 over 27 is a value. So a1 will be 1 over 27, and r value is what? R value is 3 raised to the power 30 minus 1 will be 29. So we can write like this, and this will be equal to 1 over 27 is already there. So 1 over 27 multiplied by 3 raised to the power 29 is equal to 2.5, or we can forget about this one and we can just write this as like for example 27 can be written as 3 raised by minus 3 into 3 raised by 29. So a30 will be equal to what? A30 will be equal to 3 raised by 29 minus 3 will be 26, and this will be our final answer. Hopefully you understood this. Now C part says explain why the geometric progression, this one where theta is in radians, has a sum to infinity. So r value we can write second term over first term. So r will be equal to sine theta over 1, which is equal to basically sine theta, and sine theta we know is varying from -1 to 1. So it means r is varying from -1 to 1. So r mod will be what? R mod will be less than 1. So this is how we can show this. This is easier part 2. Now we can move to the next question, which is question number 10. Question number 10 says solve the equation, this one, from my alpha vary from minus pi to pi, where alpha is in radians. This is a 4-mark question. So we can rewrite the equation. Cosecant square alpha is basically 1 over sine square alpha. So we can write sine alpha into 1 over sine square alpha, plus this is cos alpha into 1 over cos square alpha, and this is equal to basically 0, and we can cancellations will be sine alpha with the square, cos alpha with the square. So we will get 1 over sine alpha plus 1 over cos alpha is equal to 0. We can take LCM, and LCM will be sine alpha cos alpha, and this will be cos alpha plus sine alpha is equal to 0. Denominator we can shift to the other side, so we'll get the equation cos alpha is plus sine alpha is equal to 0. So sine alpha will be equal to minus cos of alpha, or we can divide this one, so this implies tan of alpha is equal to minus 1. So tan alpha minus 1 will be for what values? If we check in radian mode, this will be shift mode, radian will be 4, so it will be tan inverse shift tan of minus 1 is equal to minus pi by 4. So this will be minus pi by 4, and we can add basically it will be varying by pi. So if we draw basically the angle, so it will be minus pi by 4. So alpha basically is minus pi by 4, and this will be minus pi by 4 will be in this quadrant, like for example this one. So this will be uh, pi minus theta, and 2 pi minus theta will be this angle. This angle will be 2 pi minus theta, and this angle will be pi minus theta, you can say. So this will be pi minus theta. So we can write it as, so minus pi by 4, and the second value will be 3 pi by 4. So it will be varying from alpha will be varying, because alpha is varying from minus minus pi to pi. So in between that one we are having these two values. So this is basically our alpha values will be equal to these two, minus pi by 4 and 3 pi by 4. This is done. Now we can move to b part. B part says show that this one is equal to this one. We can take basically left hand side. So left hand side will be equal to cos theta over 1 minus sine theta plus 1 minus sine theta over cos theta, and we can take LCM. LCM will be what? Cos theta into 1 minus sine theta, and this will be cos square theta, and plus this will be 1 minus sine theta whole square. And this one we can basically open the brackets, so open the square of the numerator, so it will be cos square theta plus it will be 1 square will be 1 plus sine square theta plus this not plus minus this will be 2 sine theta, 2 sine theta divided by this will be cos theta and into 1 minus sine theta. And further we can open the brackets in the numerator, so cos square theta plus 1 plus sine square theta minus 2 sine theta over this will be cos theta into 1 minus sine theta, and this cos square theta and sine square theta will be 1, so it will be 1 plus 1 will be 2, so 2 minus 2 sine theta over this will be cos theta into 1 minus sine theta. So we can take 2 common from numerator, and it will be 1 minus sine theta over this will be cos theta into 1 minus sine theta, and we can cancel this 1 minus sine theta with this one, and this will be equal to 2 over cos theta, and this one we can write as 2 secant theta, and this will be basically the right hand side which we were supposed to prove, which is 2 secant theta, which is done. Now we can move to the second part, hence solve the equation, and this is basically the equation which is equal to 4, and we can write this as 2 2 secant 3 phi is equal to 4, and we can write it as 2 1 over cos of 3 phi is equal to 4. So this implies cos of 3 phi will be equal to 2 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 2. So 3 phi will be equal to cos inverse of 1 by 2. And now cos inverse of 1 by 2 is basically 3 phi will be what? If we draw, we sketch a rough sketch, so this will be basically 3 phi. So positive will be on this side, so it will be 3 phi, and we can check for cos inverse of 1 by 2 will be what? Shift cos of 1 over 2, and this will be equal to pi by 3, or if we change the mode, shift mode to degrees, and this will be equal to 60 degree. So 3 phi will be equal to 60 degree. And next what we can do, it can be 60 on this side also. So if this 60, it means this angle will be 300. So 300, and next will be 360 plus 60 will be 420, and next will be what? 660. So similarly we can check the angles, but phi will be equal to what? If we divide it like phi divided by 3 will be, this will be 20, and this will be 100. 44, 20 divided by 3 will be 420 divided by 3 will be equal to 140, and this will be 220. And 220, we have to take the range up to from 0 to 180, so we will reject this one, and rest of this will be our answer, which is phi is equal to 20, 100 and 140. This will be the final answer. So question number 11, this is the last question of this paper, so we can go through this. The normal to the curve, this is basically the equation of the curve at the point where x is equal to 2 meets the x-axis at point P. Find the coordinates of P. So we can find the derivative. So dy over dx is equal to derivative of this. We can apply u over v formula. So u over v formula will be denominator square 2x minus 3 whole square, and denominator as it is, and derivative of log x square plus 2 will be 1 over x square plus 2 into derivative of x square, which is 2x, and minus 2. 2 will be derivative of this one, 2x minus 3, and log of natural log of this one, x square plus 2. This will be our step. Now dy by dx at x is equal to 2. So dy over dx at x is equal to 2 will be equal to, we can replace the values, so it will be 4 minus 3, 1 over, this will be again 4 plus 2 will be 6, so we can write 1 over 6, and this one is what? From where we got this 22, this should be 2x over here. So this will be 4, so we can change it to 4. This one 2x will be resulting to 4. So minus 2 into log of 4 plus 2 will be 6. So we can write 6 over, this will be 4 minus 3, so 1 squared, so we can write 1 squared like this one. So this will be equal to what? This is 1, so 4 over 6. 4 over 6 minus 2 log of 6, and we can find this 4 over 6 minus 2 log of 6 will be equal to minus 2.916, or we can write minus 2.92, and this value is basically the gradient at um, gradient at 2. Now we can find the gradient of the perpendicular. Gradient of the perpendicular will be reciprocal, which is 1 over 2.92, and this will be basically change sign, so it will be positive. Now we can take 1 over this one, 1 over 2.92, and this will be resulting to 0.342. So 0.342, this will be the gradient. And when x is equal to 2, when x is equal to 2, y will be equal to what? In this y equation, we will replace x is equal to 2, and we will get log of 2 into 2, because this is x square, so it will be 4. 4 plus 2 over, this will be 2x minus 3, so it will be 4 minus 3, and this will be equal to log 6. So log of 6 will be what? Log of 6, we can, y value will be basically log of 6, so we can keep as it is, and we can write equation of normal. Equation of normal will be equal to y minus y1, so we can write here y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So this will be y minus y1 will be log 6. So log 6 is equal to gradient, which we found. Gradient is this one, 0.342, 0.342 into x minus x value will be 2, and we can at x is equal to 0. So at x is equal to 0, we can find this will be y will be equal to what? Y will be equal to 0.342 into minus 2 and plus log of 6, and this value we can calculate 0.342 into minus 2 and plus will be log of 6, and this will be resulting to 1.107, 1.1077. So we can write approximately up to 3 digits, 1.11, and this will be the value which is required. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Recommend this channel to your class fellows and classmates. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.